people are excited about try changing the chat icon.
You know what I really wish? That I could label group chats in
real life?
Well, yeah. Because, I mean, not via IM, because obviously you can always do that, but I mean text.
Like our actual text message apps on our phones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of agree with that, but I don't care that much.
It just makes it really confusing, because it's all just lists of names.
Right.
And the main... maybe I'm behind the times. Maybe I'm an old person, and I shouldn't be even texting anymore. But sometimes text just kind of feels like an IM chat anyway, to me.
Yeah, it's gotten like that. Though I will say it's not quite to that point just because there's delay in sending the texts.
Yeah. And
Charles always seems to receive them at odd times.
It also just requires more upkeep to do the IM ones, because, I don't know, you have to create the channel and then invite everyone, and yeah. Whereas with text, you just put everyone's names in a list and hit send. It's like,
right, it's like, here, you're talking to each other now.
Exactly.
Alright, I don't think anything's going to be on television either.
Nope. Sounds like you gotta go to bed.
It's a Nifu! I still don't know what's going on. I don't actually... Was that a shogi? Yeah, that's shogi. Okay. So what is a Nifu? Matt, please help me. What is a Nifu?
I'm sure Google voice recognition would not get that.
Ooh, I do have an even.
I got...
Reflect on that.
I got a college.
A college?
NIFU.
Really? Northern Illinois.
No, it's not
Fuck
Illinois.
University. It's the College of
Japanese. A pawn cannot be dropped. Wait, 2 pawns. What? Hold on.
I don't understand anything about shogi, so I really hope this is a good description.
Can I control F on my phone?
You can actually. Scroll up just a little bit so it brings up the thing. In the top right there should be a find somewhere. Find in page.
I did not know that.
I'm really glad that I was able to tear my attention away from this for a second and instruct for you. Oh, good. I can still work on making lockpicks even if I can't actually leave.
Oh, that's good.
I should have checked my plant. Whoops.
You can back out of this and come back to it.
Can I? I'm not going to lose the time slot?
No.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's
check the
good.
plant.
All right. The plant's fine. Fuck! All I want is to feed my plants!
It doesn't need feeding every day. That's how you kill it. Just acts,
You're getting worse at this as you go on.
You say as I open a beer.
Oh god, he is gonna get drunk.
Yeah, Dark Souls is gonna be a mess.
You know what, you might as well just go for it. Just, like, slam back that PBR. I'm kind of joking, but at the same time, I don't give a fuck.
It happened.
Okay.
I mean, not the whole thing.
Not the whole thing. That's a lot of just juice to intake at once.
I can't even chug a soda, okay? Carbonation makes things unchuggable for me. It just does.
Yeah, it does.
It burns, okay?
Brisk iced tea. I can just down a single can of that in no time flat.
Yeah.
It just goes.
It's flat. Yeah.
I got 2 lockpicks!
Hell yeah.
And I can make a 3rd one!
Maybe you can even make 4 with, or if it makes... Wait, it says you made 3.
Yeah, I made 1 the first time, 2 the second time, and now I get a 3rd time.
Nice. That's what happens when your proficiency gets higher.
Hell yeah, I like being proficient.
And you got 3 points towards proficiency.
Cool.
Yeah,
it feeds into itself.
Proficiency is really easy to raise. You just have to do that a lot.
Yeah, and clearly when you send the calling card, that is the right time to do it.
Uh-huh.
Because that's the only thing you can do with your evening time slot then.
Or you could have used the chair in your room to train, which lets you do pull-ups on the rafters.
Oh, really?
And then your HP increases by 5.
I didn't know that about that. Hey, here's the girl who's totally not stalking me.
That reminds me.
It appears you're laying low lately. Wait, which option did you pick?
What do you mean?
Yeah, okay.
I'm not acting differently at all. What are you talking about? Oh, it's because she was monitoring me, so of course she'd comment on it.
Uh-huh. Oh, maybe talking with her after she does that triggers this to be the next day's subway meeting.
Maybe.
That would make sense. That's what I would do if I were a game.
Alright, I need you to start up a new game, play for 20 hours, and confirm whether that's the case.
No. Suffer. It's nice being the backup person, being able to, like, have some candy corn or caramel corn while you play. But you're playing, so you need to keep your hands free and...
I only need one hand right now to press the X button.
Fair. Oh, really? What do they need to notify Madarame about?
What is it?
Certainly not this strange logo and threatening text that
Outside.
I happen to leave around somewhere. Oh yeah, that's our logo.
There it is.
There's the proper logo.
I love that logo so
It even
much.
has flames on it, like a hot rod.
Hell yeah. Okay, so without looking down, read me that weird patchwork note.
Oh, I can't. I can see some characters, such as Ga and Shi and No and Jin.
As someone who can read kanji, or limitedly read kanji now, I have a question. How the fuck do fonts work in Japanese?
I don't know. Any sort of, like, different font than just a straight-up font, like the career new of Japanese, everything other than that looks fucking insane to try and figure out for, like, complex kanji. So, like, that one in the middle left there, the big one, that looks like it's, like, two E's reflected on each other on both sides, and, like, just some thing in the middle.
Yeah, I see.
That would look ridiculous in any font at all. Like, it's so difficult to read kanji in any way.
I have another question. I don't want to sound... Do Japanese actually, like, read kanji as fluently?
I would assume so.
Like... I don't know.
How you can think of it
It
is...
just seems like it would be so easy to mistake one symbol for another.
And it is possible to misread them, but it's the same way for, like, actual words in our language, too. Like, assess
really.
and access look fairly similar.
They do, but I almost never misread it because you know how the brain has that thing where if you see the first and last letter of an English word, you can almost gloss over it and can, like, still make out what the intended message is or what the word was supposed to be,
Right.
even if all of the letters in the middle are scrambled. I feel like that's not the case with kanji. Like, it would form actual new words if you took the first and last kanji of a word and scrambled everything in the middle.
It depends, because the weird thing about kanji is that there aren't always multiple kanji per word. Sometimes a kanji is a word. So, like, that way of thinking doesn't always work out. In that case, sometimes you're just, like, you know, reordering kanji, and then the sentence becomes nonsense.
Which is what I mean, you know, like, if a symbol is off or in the wrong place, it can end up making nonsense instead of being one of those things where your eye just glosses over it and fixes it, you know?
Right.
And I'm wondering if that, like, creates problems. Not a problem necessarily, but one of those things where it's like, some Japanese maybe prefer transliteration.
Transliteration meaning
Into
what in this case,
into Roman characters.
I've pretty much never seen someone Japanese that prefers to write in is it Arabic script?
No, Roman characters would be ours.
'Cause
Or
ones
do
that are-
you mean Arabic script as an actual Arabic, like...
I'm trying to remember, like, what is... It's not Roman. Our script is not Roman.
Yeah, it is.
It is?
Yeah.
I could have sworn that there was something else that was based in. Am I thinking Arabic numerals? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what you're thinking.
All right.
I mean,
I'm just gonna let
there's-
my idiocy sink in
Yeah.
for a bit.
Sure. I mean, everyone's probably like thinking that I'm an idiot too, because I'm like, Matt, Japanese obviously can read Japanese. Fuck off.
I was very hard trying not to say that. I was trying very hard not to say that. Let's say it that way.
I wasn't suggesting that they couldn't read it. I was just saying, let me say this: if you're dyslexic and Japanese, God, that must be hell. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how dyslexia works in Japanese.
There you go.
Is it just like you get the radical of a kanji wrong sometimes, or what?
My guess is you just wouldn't recognize the kanji.
Yup, it was perfect. The composition was
Boy, that's a lot of eyes on that painting.
Composition was weak. Here's the thing about that art piece of Madarame there.
Yeah.
A student had to have done that. 'Cause he stole it.
Right, but then that would mean that it was a self-portrait, being sold as a self-portrait, right?
No. It was not a self-portrait. A portrait some student did of
I
him.
mean, if this is supposed to be Madarame's work, that means he's saying it's a self-portrait.
Oh yeah, he's saying it's a self-portrait. It's not, though.
Right. Which is interesting. Yeah, I think I'm about ready to kick this guy's ass. I mean, I don't hate him as much as I hated Kamoshida.
I mean,
We'll be counting on you. You have no reservations about this either, right?
it's hard when you lead with sexual violence as the theme of the villain
That's true.
to keep up the same level of hatred
But, like,
or like the same level of evil, quote unquote.
this type of manipulation, though, that's going on in this arc is a lot more subtle. It's not something that, like, you know, as soon as someone finds out about it, they're going to be like, whoa, that is just horrendously wrong. You should never do that. Like, yeah, you should never do that, but it's not going to get the same sort of reaction out of people that sexual violence does.
Exactly. This is much more financial and...
I
it's
wouldn't
much,
say financial.
Well, it is. It's more abstract because it's like you're stealing someone's work. Clearly, this is wrong, but it's not like the worst thing you could possibly do to someone. You know,
I guess. I believe
it's a bad thing, but it's not. But there are plenty of things I could think of that are worse than you doing this to them.
I guess so. Like, you know,
Obviously,
stealing
still
their art and then dismembering them.
disowning,
Dismembering.
dismembering is cutting off their limbs.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad.
It
That would
would.
definitely be worse. I'm gonna
make sure you never make art again.
Wow. Okay. That's
Where are you going?
extreme. I'm going to the main hall because it tells me to go to the main hall, which is right there next to the treasure.
The one more.
Oh. It said go to the main hall. Alright.
The upper main hall.
What if a cutscene was gonna happen if I tried to go to the main hall?
They always put the last save room right next to the end goal.
Okay. I should probably save before we go, just in case anything happens on the way to
Just in
the
case
treasure.
you fuck up.
Yeah. Have I gotten a game over at all? I think I have, right?
I think once. I don't remember it though.
God, I'm 30 hours into this. 30 and a half! Holy crap, that passed in no time.
Let's go.
I kind of want to just do this for the whole night, honestly.
We can. That'd be fine.
We'll do Dark Souls all week next week, all night. Like
All week.
words are hard. All night next week.
So what's interesting is that it seems that every time you enter the palace, it resets the
Yeah.
stuff that's scattered around.
Yeah.
Do I need to do this first? Yes. We're definitely gonna have to fight. That's how this works. You need a boss fight.
Oh hell yeah.
1 sec. Alright. I'm wondering if I should have brought Morgana in for this, but I'll be fine.
So Anne and Ryuji are gonna have to fight this guy by themselves. Oh no, they're just gonna run away and distract it.
I mean, it would be cool.
Don't
to
underestimate an X-Runner. Ryuji, in the cutscene for the last palace, as it collapsed, you
fell over. Yeah. I mean, he was an injured ex-runner.
Yeah, he still is. Kamoshida broke his knee.
Maybe he's gotten better in the, 2 weeks since then.
Oh, good.
Morgana does not look cool at all right now. He's having fun, though. I have a feeling that he's just you right now, that, if you were in this situation, you'd be like, this is so fucking cool! This is so fucking cool! This is so fucking cool!
I want you to know that internally, I am that way, okay? That's one of the reasons why I want you to play Sly Cooper, too, because it recreates those moments.
Not Sly Cooper 1? I know you meant also.
Wait, what?
You said Sly Cooper 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
All three of them.
Oh, that's a lot more of an investment of my time.
Well, I would say if we were to do one of the Sly games, it would be 2. Because the first one was very much more an action-adventure kind of thing, and didn't focus on the stealth as much, but the second one is where they introduced open worlds and, end bosses.
So it's just more of a fuller game?
Well, yeah, with Sly 2, it was where they introduced the same idea they have here, where it's everything you're doing this level leads up to a big heist, you know? The big one, right? And, what did they get, anyway?
I don't know. We're just gonna steal it with the covering on it.
They're gonna look at it later. We'll check later.
Okay, so I saw this window earlier. Can I use it now?
Yes, you can.
Let's go.
Woo!
I was right.
Ooh.
Whoa. That is interesting. I need to get moving, don't I? Okay, I don't
Probably.
have control. The shit's real high up. Real poetic, Ryuji.
Look, Ryuji is a good boy, okay?
He is.
He
Okay,
doesn't
I can
deserve...
probably go down the left side. But what is the deal with this? I can't get through there at all. This darn sign is blocking my path.
That's what the signs do, my man. This is the mental world.
Alright. Yeah, there we go.
Straight down.
Yep. I'm seeing all these other windows and wondering if I can get to them somehow. More sign blockage. Interesting that the camera does not move there.
The weird thing to me about this game is that there's enough platforming that I think creating an actual jump button and incorporating platforming mechanics would have been justified.
I suppose so, but I feel like the way it's implemented is more as just pathfinding. Trying to find the correct way to advance.
It's not even really pathfinding, because you can just open up the third eye and it shows you exactly where the interaction points are.
I will say, I have heard that functionality as being suggested as an optional feature by players, because then you'll have the option to not use it, so putting it on a button makes it, instead of highlighting the interaction points all the time, you can just choose to go without it and progress through your own intuition rather than using that analyze button.
I guess. Then it just means you run around a rooftop in that case for a while until you find the point where you can jump
Right,
down.
but then you're working entirely on visual stuff, and the visuals are distinct enough that you can figure it out from there, so...
Yeah, the art direction's really good here. Alright, Morgana's freaking out about the treasure again.
Damn it, Morgana.
You're not out of there yet.
Right, what if you damage it?
Treasure.
What?
What?
It's Doug Funny! No, it's...
It's a trap!
Yeah, that's an actual... I'm pretty sure that expression, that face, is a meme in Japan.
Is it?
I think so.
Okay. Is it like Lenny face?
What?
The...
So you had a
No one's gonna hear you making a certain expression.
I don't know. I'll put it up on screen. Okay, it's the one with the two brackets and the.
If you're putting it up on screen, can you also show me in reality?
Okay, fine. Here, continue playing while I look for it.
Can't you understand how much it pains me?
Lenny face. You didn't know that had a name?
Oh, no, I didn't know that had a name. But yeah, it's just like that.
Okay.
It is just like that. It's basically just using Japanese characters that look like parts of the face to make a face.
Okay.
The only reason why I took you in.
I thought Lenny Face already used Japanese characters.
It uses non-Unicode characters. But I do not believe any of them are actually Japanese.
Here's the thing about... well, I want to pay attention to this right now.
Just bring up whatever's on your mind, man.
Her skills and talents were quite astonishing.
Or don't.
I decided to look after her.
Are they talking about Yusuke's mom?
I think so, yep.
They're all mine.
That you...
Your mother is my work of art. What?
How low can you sink?
Yeah, this guy's...
This is a little beyond delusional. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, we are looking into the deepest corners of someone's mind.
Exactly.
So it's not like their entire being.
It's his persona without restraints. You know, it's his not. It doesn't have to be rational. It can be.
Is that the ego?
Yeah.
That's real Sayuri.
The real Sayuri.
It has a baby in it?
Mom,
Yeah.
Oh, Sayuri is a self-portrait.
indeed it is. This was painted
Wow.
by a woman who knew her
Alright, that's a nice twist.
last wishes. Son
Wow, alright.
is the truth.
But, okay, so then that means there's some meaning to why this is the big thing for Madarame.
I knew it'd be a huge success if I added a touch to the painting and announced it under my name.
So he fogged out the baby to make it the Mona Lisa smile of Japanese artwork.
Yeah. Wow.
It was all to
And the baby is Yusuke. He erased Yusuke. That's an affront to Yusuke's existence. We need to kick his ass.
the babies.
I mean, we already did, but yeah, now more so.
That's what the general public is drawn to. Each of those parasitic critics wrote the same thing.
I mean, I'll give him that he knew his audience.
That's true,
Now I know what it is.
but jeez.
You really treasured that painting? You wouldn't even think about replicating it for profit. You don't love art at all. Though you have a real treasure, your true skills are nothing more
Wow.
than those scribbles on that fake.
Wow.
It makes me laugh, asshole. So you'll defy me?
He's like, okay, so what they're comparing him to right now is basically the forum signature maker of art.
Yep.
Work of art.
Not to discredit people who make forum signatures, but a large amount of the time the artwork used in them is not the creator's own.
I mean, yeah.
Along with those insolent friends of yours there.
Do people still use forums? Is that a thing?
I think forums have mostly died. Not entirely, but
Like just as a form of communication?
yeah, it was largely replaced by the rise of social media, and now, like, Reddit is the closest thing.
I'd say that yeah,
terms of
the
popularity.
closest thing to a forum is a subreddit now.
Yeah, it's the format is most similar to forums.
Of course, better because the best comments
I
and
disagree.
discussions rise to the top.
I disagree because those are entirely subjective. I totally prefer for it to be entirely date-based.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you can still do that with Reddit though.
Yeah,
Fox?
but that is not the default thing and certainly not the most used. So most people are viewing it, yes, as in terms of popularity, as a function of time.
But that just makes the
Basically.
conversation better.
I
Because some people, even if it's date
I will say that it does make the conversation more organized.
Yeah.
But I don't believe it necessarily makes it better because then you will you can bet that a larger number of people will see things that are more commonly upvoted, which means stuff that occurs later or
Hold
is
on.
less popular will not be seen as much.
Hold on. We'll talk about social dynamics in online social environments later. In this paper, I will examine the... No.
Oh, man.
Wait. Hit square.
Oh. They didn't make this game. I actually didn't even know there was a log. This is good. This is useful. You destroy your art once they outlive their usefulness. So maybe he did kill someone.
Wait.
Yusuke's
No!
accusing him of killing his mother. It's when a thought crossed my mind. Oh.
Happened to have a seizure
Holy fuck, dude.
when a thought crossed my mind.
This scumbag.
Help and leave her be. I could obtain her painting without any strings attached.
It's alright if I'm wordless, right?
Yeah.
You let her die?
That is the implication, and yes.
No one would doubt if she just dropped dead because of a seizure.
I mean, she did.
Yusuke, didn't you think it was odd that I discovered your talent when you were only 3? The reason why I kept you around was to keep you from realizing the truth behind Sayori.
I'm pretty sure he would not have ever realized the truth behind it if you hadn't kept him around.
Yeah, that's true. The idea of keeping your enemies closer is bullshit.
It is.
Miscalculation, though.
It usually does not mean literally physically closer. Like, don't date the person who has a gun pointed to your head.
Hey.
Matt,
Hey.
I don't care how hot it is, if there's an actual bullet in there, it's not good.
Look, man, I was just going from the enemies to lovers trope, okay?
No, that requires laser beams, as per Lyrical Nanoha.
What?
Yeah, Nanoha is all about making friends by destroying the fuck out of them with lasers.
Okay. That's music.
What music? What from?
The game.
No.
Yes. I have
You got your surround sound working.
Yeah, it's always been working.
Really?
Yeah. We have the volume at, like, -50. So that it
I've
doesn't...
never heard it come from behind me, though.
I'm sorry.
Specifically back here somewhere,
I'm
in the
s-
corner.
I'm sorry. I don't know how to tell
I just got
you.
very confused. I thought your phone was doing something.
No.
I thought you had something playing on your phone. Oh my god.
We are not paying enough attention to Yusuke's emotional trauma in this moment.
I was, but I was distracted by what I thought was your phone. It's actually the soundtrack?
Yeah. It's one beat of the soundtrack coming from the rear speakers, but...
Wow. Huh. I swear that the entire time we've been playing these games, the sound has solely been coming from the front.
Nope.
Wow.
Just no sound loud enough to register on the back speakers.
I guess so.
I thank you, Madarame.
Oh man.
Reason for me to
Yusuke is gonna unleash his inner beast!
face at this very moment. You aren't some artist. You're a despicable
Jeez.
beast who wears the skin of an artist.
Good for nothings, barging into my museum and doing whatever the hell you want.
I think he's much more hateable now.
Yeah, definitely. We were talking at the start of this how he wasn't as hateable as Kamoshida, and now...
It's like, I saw someone have a seizure and let her die
I
in
did
front of me.
literally nothing and let them... Yeah, like, what the fuck?
Not to mention about
Like, if you were, like, paralyzed by fear or something, you can say, like, okay, maybe you didn't know what to do in the moment because you've never been faced with this situation, but this is clearly calculated.
Yep.
supreme being.
Ah,
I am the god.
supreme being. God.
Sounds like we need to whack him a couple of times.
From what you just said, I'm gonna guess that he turns into a mole. And I have to whack a mole.
No.
Okay. Whoa. Fucking mustache. So this is interesting.